Hey guys, JuiceBOX here, and I would like to do another story time for y'all. Last story time I told about 6th grade, but this episode I'm going to tell about my 7th grade year. 7th grade year was it was kind of a little bit, it was better than 6th grade year, but only thing different was I had different teachers and I had a lot more fun. I had a lot more friends. New people showed up to more in my 7th grade year, and I only had problems like one teacher. Her name was Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson was that kind of teacher that you like. The first impression, she thought she was gonna be nice, and then when she started speaking, she got on your nerves. That's what kind of teacher Miss Johnson was. And she always got on me and my friend Justin for no apparent reason. She like one day I was asking Justin if I can borrow a pencil, and she threw me out of class. And she wasn't even teaching. We was just doing like some stuff in our notebooks, and I didn't have a pencil. And I asked Justin because he was my best friend, and he was my neighbor next to my desk. And she always said, if you need a pencil, ask your neighbor. So that didn't make no sense. And then one day, I'll remember this day as clear as day. Like I got to her class early. It was like maybe 7:20 ish, and she was like, "Deontay, you go get me some coffee from the another teacher, because the teacher had a coffee maker in his room. Like he only had the coffee maker on that floor at the time, because nobody else had a coffee maker. So I went to it. I got a cup and I walked to the other side of the building, and I said, Mr. Fletcher, can you fill up this Miss Johnson's coffee? He said, sure. So I had a conversation with him, and I looked at the time. It's almost 7:30, and the bell was about to ring. So the coffee was done, and I said goodbye to Mr. Fletcher, and um, I proceeded to walk down the hallways. As soon as I walk in, the bell rings, and instantly the hallways filled up. Like I'm trying to hurry up and get this coffee to Miss Johnson, because it's not like a bottle, like a coffee cup, so I gotta hold it. So if anybody bumps to me, it's spilled, and this mess is hot. Like it's like fresh, it's hot. So I'm trying to get my way to her class, and people are stopping, socializing with their friends and stuff. And like I'm getting like peeved off, because I'm trying to move aside away from this. So I get to Miss Johnson's class, and she's yelling at me, "Where you been at?" I was like, the hallways is filled up. The bell just rung, and I'm trying to hurry up and give you this coffee. So she, that's not an excuse. And I was like, oh my goodness. So more to the story, Miss Johnson. I really didn't care for Miss Johnson. I was just ready to pass that class so I can go to the next grade level, because I was like passing all the rest of my classes. So Miss Johnson told us that she was going to be leaving for a few months because she was going to go back to school, something like that. So me and the rest of the class, we was happy as we was happy as days. So we got another teacher. His name was Mr. Horton. Mr. Horton works at Moore till this day. And he was like the kind of teacher that fooled around with the students, but at the same time he wanted to get work done. So he cared about us. He cared about our grades, how we was doing in the class. He wanted everybody to do something in that class. He didn't want nobody sleeping in there. He wanted everybody to take advantage of the class, and so everybody can pass it. So after a few months of Mr. Horn being a teacher, I went from a D or a U to a C to a B, because he really helped us with our work. He cared about us. So a few months go by, and I got to class early again, and Miss Johnson's there, and I was shocked. I was like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "I'm finished with my class or my school, and I'm coming, and I came back." And I was like, "Really?" It's half the like the year was almost over, and like it was only like 2 months before school ended. So a few weeks, Horton would come in, he'd help us, and I think something was going on in the background. it was just a rumor, but I'm not gonna say in this video. I want to get them to start it. So, like the last few months of 7th grade, like me, my friends, Justin, Austin, Antoine, Benjamin, all the rest, we like just hung out for like a few weeks. Like once, like our spot was Skate World, but Skate World was different. I like to think of like ATL, the movie sometimes, but Fridays was when the high school would go to Skate World, and then on Saturdays when middle school would be in there. That was the rules of Skate World. That's how I went, or whatever. So I remember, like, I didn't have a cell phone at the time. I messed up my phone. I left it in my pants pocket, and my mom washed my pants. Yeah, stupid me. But she gave me this like pink little cell phone thingy. I don't know, I forgot what the phone's called, but it was girly looking. It was pink, and pink wasn't in style like with the breast cancer thing now. And I was like, I don't want to have this. She said, you got no choice. So I took the phone, and I got there. The place is already bopping. Like, there's a lot of people there, a lot of people from my school, and I liked it. Like, it was pretty fun. And then I paid for my tickets, I got my skates, and then I see on about a like food place. That's Benjamin, Antoine, and a girl named Crystal. So we just hanging out there, we talking. And we was just joking around about how the school year is gonna be over and we're gonna be 8th graders next year. So I would never forget this moment. So in the middle of we talking, the DJ plays Justin Bieber's "Baby," and the place went wild. All the girls, they was like screaming and stuff. Like Justin Bieber was there in person. That's how I screamed. Like they like the roof came off or something. But yeah, and then like I liked the song when it first came out. Like it was Justin Bieber and Ludacris. Everybody liked the song. It's before he became a douchebag or whatever. So we got up what we was doing. We went and skating. Like every white girl that was there was in the ring. They skating, dancing, singing, and I was like holding no room. In Skate World, they don't have a big skating ring. It's like medium size. They got the rails and they got the seats over there if you want to sit down. I haven't been in a while, so they probably changed stuff back on or whatever. But I had fun. And it was like the best time. So 7th grade, and I really go and dealt with my other teacher, Miss Chase or Miss Cabell, but it wasn't really that important. I didn't talk about Miss Art in this episode. I was in Miss Art's class until my junior year, but I talk about all that in a different episode. But just remember, guys, middle school can be fun. It's just the way you can. Wow, I had this idea in my mind. But 7th grade, it's not really that hard unless you make it hard. Try to get along with the teachers. If you can't get along with the teachers, let's ask for help from other people that know the materials, or trying to get your class changed or whatever. But make 7th grade and 8th grade is the best time of your middle school career, and have fun with it. I know I have fun the last few months of my 7th grade year, but I never let that hold me down. I passed. I'm with 8th grade. Next episode, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's probably most likely be my 8th grade, or if I choose to do something different. But I hope y'all guys like the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all guys later.
I picture myself in a Roseville garden. It's healing time, holding hands with my mom and father, and feeling fine. I fight for the tranquility, fight for my family, fight for the peace. I won't never ever sacrifice my right to be me. I picture